working on all this stuff. I'm actually in the process of writing a book, and I have a bunch of stuff on the blog, but there's so many funny, juicy, creepy stories. I'm going to read you one of my more jaded. Once I decided to kind of turn it into a social experiment and actually have some fun with it, it got pretty interesting because I wrote very kind of odd profiles just to see what would happen. So this was one of my somewhat jaded profiles that I put up on one of the dating sites. Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, there was a profile to read that did not include the adjectives laid back, fun, easygoing, or active. Right. Who the fuck isn't in a perfect world? Swam would not be spelled with 2 M's. You wouldn't be searching for your soulmate, and you wouldn't have to try so hard to be funny. It would just come naturally. Let's make it fresh and talk about our flaws for a change. I'll go first. I can be extremely stubborn. My desk is always a mess. I cuss a lot. I'm a secret closet smoker. And Mexican food gives me really bad silent deadlies. Oh, I also keep a cyst, which was hacked out of my head in a container of formaldehyde on my desk. My son and I nicknamed it Fred. This is all true, really. I hate to almost admit, but it is. Moving on. On first dates, I will pretty much talk about all the stuff you're not supposed to talk about on first dates, or even second or third ones. I think scars are cool. My favorite one on myself is a scope kiss from a 240 Weatherby goat killing long story. I'm obsessed with albino hunchback dwarves. I've always secretly wanted a stuffed squirrel, and I poop. Yup, I said it. Some of you have been real and have held my interest. Some of you are somewhat stalkerish. Some of you seem very sweet, but from a shallow perspective, I just don't find you attractive. And some of you are so fabulous that I would rather be your friend so we don't end up hating each other in 6 months. If I can get through this whole book writing process without becoming a lesbian, or a nun, or a gay lesbian nun, it will be a bloody miracle. Your turn. So, after the trailer incident, thanks, Kate. After the trailer incident, I was like, shit, I need to stay further from home. I'm like, that's just too creepy. It was just too close. So, the second guy who ended up chatting me up was this guy named Ben. And Ben was Midwestern, like me. I'm originally from Minneapolis. We're very, by nature, wholesome, nice people, FYI.
Did you just say bullshit?
Whatever, I'm from Iowa, we ain't nothing like that.
Well, that's Iowa. Yeah, exactly. Take farmers. Did I just say that out loud? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
But so Ben seemed safe, and my whole goal was to find somebody safe to practice making out with after having only made out. I'd only made out with somebody for 7 years when I was married. So I needed a segue. I needed a safe boy to suck face with, so I could go do it with people I found more attractive. And that really doesn't sound very nice either, but nobody said I'm nice, minus the Minnesota part. But, so, I met Ben, and Ben had a really nice smile, and Ben had a really abnormally large head. And I was like, okay, he's nice, he plays hockey, he's got his own business, he's got a really big head. Okay, I can live with that for a little while. You know, like, okay, you know, he wears a hat a lot, so that maybe helps smash it down a little bit. So we got to a point where I would talk to my best friend Amy Jo about it all the time, and I'm like, God, okay, I think I need to probably make out with Ben. And we called him Big Head Ben too, which was not nice, but you know, what are you gonna do? So I'm like, you know, I need to try to make out with Big Head Ben tonight. I need to get it out of my system. I think I need to get drunk. So we went out to dinner. I had like, I don't know, 6 bottles of wine. Probably not that many, but. And then we went back to my house. And from, you know, kind of messing around, and I was just kind of like, ugh. It was almost like trying to make out with like a second cousin or something. It felt like a little creepy. And so I then remembered that there was half of a joint in a drawer from like 6 months ago that somebody had left in my house. I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm just gonna run in the bathroom. I'll be right back. So I ran, I grabbed the joint, run in the bathroom, I'm like smoking this joint, and I go back out and we're like playing around, you know, wrestling around, and I need somebody to help me. How about you, Michael? You come and help me.
I'll come and help you, Stacy.
Okay, because the story wouldn't be as funny if I couldn't show you what happened.